to your point, like there's a lot of tools out there, Runner, that are maybe one part of the equation to trading, right? Because if you know what you're doing, I know a lot of folks who use, different tools and techniques, multiple sites. But what I find great about your tool is that all the tools that you can get are in one place, right? And also has all the insights. So, there's a tool, and the software or the people who make that tool expect you to kind of use it. I would say use it in your own way. And then there's this tool, which is kind of a guidance. It's kind of guiding you, which is different, right? So it's not like, yeah, here you go, here's a tool, but here's a tool that tells you like, okay, it's green, that means it's bullish, or it's white, that means buy, and it's purple, it means sell. Like it actually gives you that consultative nudge, right? If you will, versus like in versus a tool that says, hey, here's the data, you make it what you want. So I think that's a big bonus, is that it kind of is a Sherpa that helps you trade, and helps you learn, like, why is this green, why is this red, and so that's what I also really like about this tool. It's almost like a co-trader with you. Does that make sense?
I mean that's because originally this like stuff was, I didn't even plan for it to ever become a public thing, and then people inadvertently started hounding me for it and started taking like rainbows seriously with trading. And that was my biggest thing, was I wanted to code out my bad habits, because it was like everybody and their mom wanted to buy Bitcoin at like 100K, but like nobody wanted to hear a thing when it was back down at like 30K. And right. I had to break my own habits, because I was figuring out like there's whales manipulating this stuff. This is like the greatest video game in the world, because you're fighting against something that's super intelligent and extracting money from like everybody who's vulnerable. And I was like, okay, well, I need to figure out how to see them first off, and then secondly, like check my own emotions. Like that's how I do it visually. Like when I naturally see green, green candles, I don't see top, but if I see pink and purple candles, I get skittish and be like, okay, I need to stop my euphoria and start checking myself to start, making a decision whether to lock in profits or like move stop losses up. But especially on dips, nobody wants to buy the dip. And then the next day when it bounces, that's when everyone announces, hey, I just want to let you guys know I longed everything. It's a big joke exactly. Now, but it's like, it's literally like the Rainbow Trend Discord and like Pep's Discord, Degen Down stuff. They will wake the F up if we see these crazy like candles pushing into like the rev bands just bleeding out. And it's like, oh, this is where you can make a 30-40% spot trade on a scalp. Like, but you have to like be in tune with what these dudes are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. To your point, I learned this year or last year, BlackRock has this AI called Aladdin. There's videos on it, and it basically controls the market.